Right, welcome back to the channel. Videos coming thick and fast at the moment. As you saw in the last video, got the inner wings, front cross member, inside to the doors all painted up. Hopefully as well, you can see camera's further away from me now. I've got a new microphone. I'm really hoping that's going to make a difference so I can show you the car a little bit more as I'm working on it. Today's video is going to be, hopefully, get it all masked up, top coat of primer over, flatten that back, dry guide coating it with, I bought this, which is basically a black dry guide coat. Hopefully that's going to improve so I can see any sanding marks or anything like that in. Go over it with a DA and then we're going to be looking at top coating it. Doubt the top coat's going to be in this video. The worst part for me, masking the car. Hopefully I've got enough of this. It's basically a plastic with the masking tape on it, but it makes life a lot easier. Only problem with this car is I'm having to squeeze into some areas, which is far from ideal. I can't get any masking tape behind. Let's give you a very quick look round. So we've now got tailgate all covered in, the back window which I struggled with, use plastic on that side, miles easier, plastic on the front door, the windscreen area, obviously the bonnet, done the wheel arches, I've masked off the back of all the doors and give them a touch of paint inside. I think I'm just going to have to put a bit of masking tape there actually. I've done most of that one, I'll do that one as well, just for when I'm spraying the primer. Need to go over it now with panel wipe. I'm just going to scotch off a tiny bit, just put some fine scratches into the etch coat. That's, I think it's 2 days. I did some of it yesterday, but some of it 2-3 days ago. So I'll put it back up on the tripod and crack on. Get a nice new Scotch pad. So all I'm looking to do is put a very, in fact, leave that bit. I need to just put a bit of extra primer on there, which I forgot to do before. Do this bit in a bit. I'll just scotch off the rest while we're waiting for that. I'm only looking to scotch off the etch primer, because obviously the rest of it's been done. Now, because the car's already flat and free of any scratches or anything bar that little repair we did, I'm not looking to put too much primer on, so I'm just going to give it sort of 3 finish coats, I think. Just enough to allow me to flat it off. Let's get this etched. So it only cut through to metal in a couple of places. That should be good. Start panel wiping the rest. Thinking start at the top and work our way down. Right, there's filthy. Now, when I got the paint, when I got the paint mixed and I bought the primer and everything, they said that the primer that I'm using can be mixed between 5 and 15%. But because of the issues I had with the roof last time when I painted it, and I didn't realise you use just a cellulose thinner to thin down 2-pack paint, which I didn't know. I'm just going to go with the 5%. I don't really want to be adding too much in there that could possibly cause a reaction again, so I'm just going to go as thin as I can, and in all honesty, even if that means that I need to flat it back a bit harder, then that's the way that I'll go. On the inside of the engine bay and also the inside of the doors, I didn't use any thinners in the paint. and I'm happy with the gun finish on that. So when it comes to the top coat, it's having no thinners at all. I was even tempted to not actually prime the roof, but it just looks a little bit too ropey, so I will do. I think sometimes the problem that people like myself have got is we do try and get it sort of better than our abilities are. So the first paint job that I did, the first proper paint job, was when I actually resprayed this in one of the earlier videos, and that was my first ever attempt at a full respray, and it came out well. I can't complain. It was a decent job, but I think I was just going for too good. If you can hear the motion keep getting detected at the front door, you should, if you follow all of the stuff that I put up, have seen the video of the car that I bought my lad, and he'll be making his own channel on it, and I think he's out in the front garden washing that at the moment. Oh, he's there now. Just careful when you open the door. Yeah. What?
I think I've finished.
Yeah, good.
It's mostly done.
Well done.
There's some bits in it that need to thingy.
Need to what?
Need a bit more cleaning. But it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to get to them. Because they, you know, in the door,
Yeah.
you know those little grey pockets right at the bottom?
Yeah.
That's got some stuff in. And it's hard to get to.
And why is that? Why can't you get to it?
Kind of hard.
For what reason?
But that it can't slide.
Well, if your little arm can't get in there, what do you expect?
I'm gonna
Is it not worth trying to use one of your paintbrushes?
try.
Yeah. And there's my life for the last 24 hours. But I can't complain. He wants to play with cars. Next job, I'm gonna get I'll get my primer mixed up now actually. Have it ready in a couple of pots because I think I'm gonna need quite a bit. Get the extraction going, and then what I'll do is I'll put a time lapse on of the actual painting, because you're not going to want the noise of all the extraction and everything. Right, I'm just going to give you a quick walk round of the car. I can't spend too long in the garage because I've just been painting, and obviously don't want to die of fumes. Extractor kept the fumes down well as well. So, as hopefully the time lapse picked up, It's all in primer. The primer, it's a little bit sort of blotchy, like sandpapery. It's not gone on particularly flat, and my masking blew off. Excuse me. I've ordered some more of this type of stuff off Amazon. I'm hoping that's going to come for when I paint it. So all the areas like this, I managed to get loads of paint on, because I don't really want to be flattening that down too much. The doors, all looking okay. Little blotch there, obviously will sand down. But the thing is, if I cut through, it's not the end of the world. I'm not too bothered. I've got loads of primer on that section there where I did that repair, so that'll all flat down nicely. The roof all appears okay. With it was, I didn't want to put too much thinners in, because I didn't want to risk any reactions, especially on that roof. And as it appears so far, obviously I'm not going to know till it's properly dried. I've got no reactions, so hopefully I've done the right thing. And my tip in my DeVilbiss, I think it's the FLG5, it's only a cheap spray gun, is 1.4, and the primer I was using recommends between 1.5 and 1.6. So obviously I wasn't doing the best thing there, but I'm not buying a full new tip just for that. And as I said, didn't want to risk too much thinners because I didn't want a reaction. So I was stuck between a rock and a hard place, but I'll carry on showing you around. All in there, it's all blown in, all across the bottom. That's getting stone chipped, if you remember. Right, so I'm going to leave it for that for today. I'll be back on it again tomorrow.